Hey guys, it's me again, and I wanted to do some swatches of these watercolors that I got from Blitsy. And I started out here. Here is the Pearlescent White, the blue, and the beautiful coppery color that are in these first three pans. I started out using my watercolor pen, and it was just taking too long. It was too tedious. So I just got one of my inexpensive brushes, and over here I have a paper towel. If I'm doing a lot of painting, I typically will use a kitchen sponge. Ooh, that's pretty. I'll use a kitchen sponge for my painting. That's just what I learned using, and it's kind of cost effective. You can just rinse it out. It does stain though. And if you're working with dry watercolor, whether it's in a pan form like this, or if it's in your palette, if it started out as a cream in the tube, which is what I usually use, you have to put a fair amount of water on it to reactivate the paint. And that's a beautiful spring green. And I just have a glass of water that I'm dipping my brush into. And then pick up some clean water, get this soft pink color. This would be pretty to use as a flesh tone for Caucasians if you're going to be coloring a stamped image. And we'll go up to this light silver. I maybe got a little too much water there. It's alright, just dab it on my paper towel. And then I will just close, when I'm done, I'll just close the lid and let these dry. Otherwise the wet paint will run all over the palette. Just keep it flat. And we'll do the darker gray. These are very pretty. For $3.99, I think they're just fine. And I threw the package away, so I don't remember what the brand was. The thing with watercolors is that the better quality, which translates usually into more expensive, they are going to be typically have pure pigments. They're going to be less fade resistant. Some of the inexpensive ones, if you were to paint a painting and hang it on your wall, especially if it got some sun exposure, chances are in 20 years or so you would have no painting left. But for something like a craft project, especially if you're making cards, these should be more than adequate, and you don't have to invest a lot of money and a lot of colors. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 colors, and here's this beautiful pink. Love this color. Now I don't know if Blitsy has these yet or still. I kind of doubt it. I ordered them on May 2nd, but if they get them back and you're interested in picking up an inexpensive yet nice watercolor set, you might want to consider this, especially because they're pearlescent and very pretty for, like I say, stamped images, flowers, or people. Whatever you might want to stamp. And this beautiful orange color, burnt orange, be so pretty for fall. And we'll see how these dry. Typically, if you know, paint usually dries a little differently. It can dry darker or lighter depending on the pigments. This beautiful spring green. It's more of a blue green than the other one. The other one is more of a yellow lime green. And we'll do this beautiful blue. I got a little of the silver over here. Very similar to this one. I guess maybe they're slightly different, but they're very similar. And then this beautiful gold. Ooh, that's pretty. I really like that. That's a true gold color. Not many of the primary colors, they're more the tertiary colors, and again, kind of a bronzy color. Maybe brass is a better... Oh, you can't see the pans here. Let me move the camera a little bit. That's a nice brown. That looks like burnt umber. This is more of a burnt sienna. Well, that's more of a burnt sienna maybe. I don't know. And then this red. It's definitely a little too much water there. A reddish brown. So far I'm pretty impressed. I wish the colors that they had a little more of the primaries, but that's okay. You can't have it all for $3.99. Very similar to the other two, but deeper. This is like phthalo blue, which is one of my very favorite colors in watercolor. Phthalo blue. Oh, I love it. It phthalo has a high staining. It stains. Oh, and then the water has a lot of pearlescent in it, but it's transparent. So it's kind of interesting. It's quite transparent, yet it will stain the paper. So, well, that's pretty. That peach color. I like that. And we will do this purple one, and I try not to knock the camera off. Oh, that's very pretty. So some very pretty colors. As you can see, the ones over here on the left are starting to dry a little bit, but I kept them consistent with what's in the palette. And earlier today I wet the bottom of the little pans of color that had fallen out during shipping, and I didn't test to see if they adhered with the water. I would assume that they would, but if they don't, it's not a big deal. So these are the colors. I hope you can see how pearlescent they are. They're very pretty, shimmery, pearly colors. Like I say, the color range isn't hugely wide, but they're nice for $3.99. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.